Happy Thursday to you, one day closer to the weekend as we take a look at our road conditions. And we have our normal slowdowns on Winfield Dud Parkway, also on the spur in Gatlinburg. But we do have a little bit of a lull in traffic since Rod Run has come and gone. And it's really a good week and weekend to be here in the Great Smoky Mountains. Now look for some construction projects in the National Park. Trillium Gap Trail is still closed there. And if you're going to be looking at Cage Cove, it's going to be busy, and no two ways about that. Just need to be some patience, to have some patience to go through there today. Otherwise, on I-75, as we're heading in from Kentucky, look for some slowdowns right around 640. And that's our look at traffic. We'll see what Kira, Savannah, and Hannah are up to. And I'm Brad Lovett reporting.
Good morning, it's Kira with Morning in the Mountains, and this week we are highlighting Crave Golf Club, and I'm here with Riker, who's going to tell us a little bit about this place.
Yeah, so this is one of our attractions, mini bowling. It's honestly my personal favorite here at Crave. It's just like a real game of bowling, except miniature, hence the name. So the balls obviously are much lighter, and then the pins are actually smaller as well. So you can play with or without bowling shoes. It honestly doesn't matter. So do you think you'd be able to win this one?
I know I can win this.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see. Ready?
I think she got me.
You know what this means, Riker?
I don't know.
It means I won.
I'm going to have to brush up on my mini bowling game.
You'll get there someday. Thank you, Riker. It's been fun here at Crave Golf Club. Make sure to come check them out here in Pigeon Forge. Now back to you, Frank.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. I'm Frank Murphy with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. We did not overeat the cake last night at Sevier County's 225th anniversary celebration. In fact, most of it was gone by the time I looked. But nevertheless, we're here for another day, and hope you'll like us, share us, and so on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. Let's check the latest going in and around the Smoky Mountain region with Brad Lovett.
We have plenty of events going on as we get closer to the weekend, and one of those include Brew at the Zoo. That's presented by Regal at Zoo Knoxville.
Oh, now when is that? Friday night?
That's coming up Friday night.
Because I got to be at the zoo Saturday morning, like 8 o'clock Saturday morning for the walk to end Alzheimer's. Mm-hmm. So they better get those people out of there in time.
I would think so.
Well, actually, I think we have the registration from 8 till 10. Then the walk through the zoo starts at 10 a.m. So that's enough time to pick up after the beer people.
It's where they'll be
that's
serving
quite a
Bloody
walk, too.
Marys when you open the door.
Actually, that's quite a walk.
Mary who
over
fell
there.
into the bear exhibit.
Yes.
But go ahead. No, I'm kidding. Zoo Knoxville's very safe. They would not allow that.
Yes. Anyway, Brew at the Zoo is tomorrow night, 6:30 to 10:30. You can enjoy animals, live entertainment, local food trucks, and over 40 craft breweries at this unique after-hours event. And you can also see a DJ from Asheville called Jut Rut and feel the
They
sound
couldn't
of
get
string.
DJ Eric B or somebody from Knoxville?
I'm not in charge of that. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just saying. They could have got a local guy.
Feel
Probably
the
knows.
sound of string into Armstrong, Kimbrough, and Watson to bring the event full circle. And of course, ages 21 and up on that.
Because of Brew
Brew, yes.
at the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night.
So that's tomorrow night, and something to check out. Now, also, did you know we're having an anniversary of Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew?
That's
Is
right.
It Mountain Fun Dew or Mountain Dew Dew?
No, we have not been able to rebrand that yet.
Okay.
It only costs a few $1 million, $1 billion, whatever.
How old is Mountain Dew?
Well, let's see.
'Cause,
The
I
famous soft drink was created right here in our beloved city and region here. Knoxville Bottlers and brothers Barney and Allie Hartman concocted lemon lime soda to use as a mixer with moonshine, and you can celebrate the history of Mountain Dew at the Museum of East Tennessee History, and all the way through January 20th.
Okay, that's right across from the Tennessee Theater on Gay Street.
That is correct.
So, all right, 'cause I always thought Mountain Dew was like a kind of a play on the words, that some people used to refer to actual moonshine as Mountain Dew.
Yes.
So when they called the soda Mountain Dew, they were deliberately referencing moonshine.
Yes, Mountain Dew was the mountain
Yeah. Moonshine.
lingo, moonshine,
Okay.
for actual
Okay.
Mountain Made Moonshine.
Like the White
They call
Lightning.
it Mountain Dew. White Lightning, they had several different terms
Okay.
that they would use. White Lightning, Mountain Dew, Hooch was
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, yeah.
I never could figure that one out.
All right.
But anyway.
That's because when you took a drink, you went.
But you can learn all about its Appalachian history, plus explore vintage bottles, original advertisements, and more Dew fun for the whole family. And now you
Do the do.
do the Dew, and some of the downtown locations are having some drink specials.
Yeah?
So you can also Mountain Dew
Or like
cocktails. and-
Bojangles, they serve Mountain Dew. Are they having a drink special?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Mountain Dew cocktails and
Oh,
matchas to
those
Sundays,
kind of-
floats, and shakes. You'll find Mountain Dew treats all over downtown Knoxville.
Those kind of drink specials.
Yes.
I see. So we can go back and experience what it was like.
But
Yes.
Sundays, floats, and shakes too. So there's family-friendly Mountain Dew treats
Sundays and shakes.
Yes.
How fun.
That sounds like something that Nolan Sherrill would put together at the Phoenix Pharmacy. I'll have to go ask him.
as well. Alrighty.
All right.
Now, one thing you might want to check out before it ends on September 22nd, it's the $1 Million Quartet recommended seeing. It's at the Clarence Brown Theater.
Mm-hmm.
The true story of the night Elvis, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis met up with Sam Phillips at Sun Records for a jam session
Yeah.
in Memphis.
Wow.
It's a great story, and the production, any production of Clarence Brown, is always outstanding. So try to get tickets. You might have to get resale tickets, or find if someone of the season ticket holders has turned their tickets in for whatever reason. But do check and see if there's any still left. Have you seen that show before?
I have not seen it.
I've seen
I'd like
it.
to
I
get
saw
to
the
see it.
National Touring Company several years back when it went through the Tennessee Theater, and of course, loving those characters of who doesn't love Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis and the rest of the gang there. It's a good story. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, of course, next week, speaking of quartets, and we are not a quartet to sing anyway.
We're a quartet.
You would not
We're-
want to
we
hear
could-
us sing.
We don't want to hear us sing. The Quartet Convention is happening next week. here
Oh,
in
the gospel
Pigeon
quartets.
Forge.
Yeah.
Gospel quartets, and we did have Clark on to tell us about that.
Oh yeah, he was a nice fellow.
Yes.
So we can watch that interview. It's on our YouTube channel if you want to go back and find the archived interview of Clark telling us about the Gospel Quartet Convention at
LeConte Center.
LeConte Center in Pigeon Forge. Yeah, thank you for.
Well, you'll see all these people walking around in groups of four. It's like
Yeah, I learned that there's the baritone, the bass, the tenor, and the lead. So the tenor's way up there, and then the lead is the guy, like the second tenor, who carries the main part of the tune. Yeah.
I love that stuff. I love
Yeah, oh,
quartets.
yes.
I just love them.
and some quartets are not even four, because I've seen gospel quartets that have five and three. I see some of the albums on on the internet. They'll show up about like such and such quartet with five people or
A
whatever.
quartet that can't do math.
My wife and I actually opened for the Blackwoods at one of the Winter Fest openings
Wow.
And they're a
at
quartet.
Patriot Park. The Blackwoods and Louise Mandrell. It was a blast. We had a ball.
Excellent.
Fun times.
This kind of gets us set up for the gospel music celebration that happens at Dollywood in October.
Absolutely,
Okay,
yes.
Very cool.
Late September,
All
actually.
right.
I think it starts next weekend.
Oh, it does already?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Time's really flying.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I guess I got to get on that ticket giveaway I'm supposed to be doing on the radio. Okay. I forgot all about it. Well, you're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Live channel. We will be back with more coming right up. And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's Best Deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies. Thank you, as always, for watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life and for liking and sharing our videos. Frank Murphy here with Robert Owenby, talking about our beloved Smoky Mountain region with some history and details.
Yes. And the old mill
Ah, the old
is
mill.
on our schedule today.
It's a water mill, right?
It is a grist mill,
Grist
a
mill.
water mill.
Okay.
But originally it was not a water mill.
Oh.
It was operated by horse-drawn or mule, whatever.
And what were the
oxen.
horses' names? Do you recall?
That was not in the historical
all right.
account that I found.
No, I'm teasing.
But anyway, I know you are. You're good at that. Anyway, nearly 2 centuries ago, a grist mill
Yeah.
was built.
Yeah.
on the banks or near the banks of the Little Pigeon River. And a community, of course, the farmers and the people who grew their crops, they would take their corn, wheat, whatever, and they would get it ground into mill and flour.
Yeah.
That's what a grist mill is used for. of
Right, so
course.
one for the community, so each farmer doesn't have to build their own.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so this was in the valley near the Smoky Mountains, right at the foot of the Smoky Mountains, actually. And this little community began to grow and expand. Now today, this little community is known as our own Pigeon Forge.
Right, it's on the Pigeon River.
It's on the Pigeon River.
Yeah.
And they had a forge there too. Now the same guy, which I will mention by name in just a minute, built the forge also.
There's a picture of him when you're coming out of the national park, banging on the anvil.
Banging on the that you got it. You got it.
yeah.
It's a little blurry. It's just kind of a silhouette, but it's him. But anyway, the community began to spring up around or near the mill.
Makes sense.
And the mill is actually one of the oldest in the country.
Really?
Yes, it is one of the oldest in the country. Now, Mordecai Lewis is a name that I want you to pay special attention to. This is a very important person.
Oh, anyone named Mordecai.
Mordecai,
You know.
a good old scriptural name,
Yeah.
Mordecai. He fought in the Revolutionary War. Well, he was given a land grant on this side of the mountain
Yeah.
in what is now known as Pigeon Forge. This land grant consisted of 151 acres. This transpired in 1794. And now his son-in-law actually is the one who later built the mill
Yeah.
as well as the forge.
And it's one of the oldest surviving mills.
It's one of the oldest
Sure,
surviving
that's
mills.
fantastic.
And so his grandson, as well as I think he was his son-in-law, and his grandsons together are the ones who did this, and they operated the grist mill. But now there's something very interesting about the old mill that I did not realize.
What?
I had read and studied about it, but I found some little tidbits
Okay.
of history that I
Crumbs,
thought
if
might
you
be-
will.
Crumbs, little historical crumbs.
Little bits of grist.
The old mill on the second floor had a secret knitting room
Oh.
during the Civil War.
What were they knitting? Uniforms?
1861. They were knitting uniforms
That was a guess.
for the Union Army.
Union uniforms.
The Union, they were knitting.
No wonder
yes,
it was secret.
it was a secret room. Now, up on the third level, there was another secret compartment. Or
They were knitting Confederate uniforms.
no. They were actually using the third level for a makeshift hospital to treat
The Union?
the troops.
Oh,
The
that's
Union
interesting.
troops, yes.
So I just think that would be a good deal if you're just, if you're just a uniform guy, you'd make your gray, you make blue, whoever, you just make them both.
Well, actually, this area, Tennessee, the state in general, they tried to remain neutral for some time, but
Oh, yeah.
eventually they got pulled into having to choose sides, and so some in this area they picked the South and others picked the North. Well, this family, and at this particular time, John Trotter was the owner. He must have been one of the grandsons or great grandsons. And so he was the owner at this particular time. Well, their family sided with the Union.
Wow.
And so
Yeah.
that is some
Interesting history.
historical notes. That
And
even,
it's so close to the to Dolly Parton Stampede.
It
Well, thank
sure
you
is.
very much, Robert. We have to choose your side. Okay.
Got to choose a side.
Great history of our beloved Smoky Mountain region and the history of Pigeon Forge involved there. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. We'll be back with more coming right up.
How do we turn moments into memories? Those moments where the right people are right beside you. And the anticipation of reaching the top makes you feel like a kid again. Where the only arguments are who goes first. And trying something new never gets old. Visit us at Anarchista, where there's magic in the mountains.
Happy Thursday to you. I'm Brad Lovett, and you're watching Morning in the Mountains here on the Mountain Fun Live channel. And we've been dealing with some summer-like weather in the last week or so, especially last week with temperatures in the high 90s on some days. And we're hoping to cool things off just a little bit today and toward the weekend, especially when we can find temperatures in the low 80s on Sunday and Monday. But right now, high 80s, maybe even low 90s. We're expecting that we're going to keep things mostly in the high 80s though. But still some great ways to stay cool in the Great Smoky Mountains. We do have rafting. We have some of the pools open at some of the motels, also Wilderness at the Smokies. If you're staying there, of course, plenty of ways to stay cool at that location. That is a look at our weather forecast. I'm Brad Lovett, and you're watching Morning in the Mountains.
The best way to see the Smokies, Rocky Top, Scenic and Leisure Tours. Our beautiful tours of the Great Smoky Mountains will take you where you want to go. Imagine experiencing the beauty of the Great Smoky Mountains through the windows of our mini coach. Every member of the family can devote themselves to the passing landscape. We take you to the best places. So if you're looking for the best way to enjoy the Smoky Mountains, let us take you on a Rocky Top bus tour. Rocky Top Bus Tour, the best way to see the Smokies.
You're watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life on your Roku, on your YouTube, or most likely on your Facebook, which is fun. But do like us and share us with your friends, because you know we've got thousands and thousands of people who like our page. We can always use a few more. Yes. I'm Frank Murphy here with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett, because we tell you about what's going on around the Smokies. Brad?
And we have one thing happening soon. It's going to be not till October, but you want to make your plans right now. It's time for the Great Smoky Mountains Salamander Ball. Now this event is a fundraiser for Discover Life in America. That's going to be returning and headed for Zoo Knoxville. The event will be held from 4:30 to 7:30 on October 4th, and the earlier start time is to attract families with children. The Salamander Ball will feature music by Bill Nyes, beer from Elkmont Exchange, and a silent auction. And last year's event raised $25,000.
Very nice.
I love silent auctions. Love
Right.
them.
Oh, my wife does too.
Love them.
I get in an argument with my wife about silent auctions sometimes. No, I mean, they'll ask me if I will donate my time and go MC an event. And I'll say, yes, I will donate my time and I will MC this charity event because I believe in the cause.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they say, and you may bring your wife. And I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. The tickets are, whatever they were, $50 a head. But so I get 2 free tickets and I'm donating my time as the
Right.
MC. It's a pretty fair trade-off. And my wife's like, well, I better buy something in the silent auction to make up for the tickets that we got for free. I'm like, wait a minute, what about my time? She's like, oh, that's not.
I'm working here.
That's no. I'm going to buy $100 worth of something. But we usually get like symphony tickets or opera tickets or something at a discount.
They're wonderful.
I know.
We've taken whole cabins. I mean, I love that stuff.
I look at it as Groupon for rich people.
I mean,
I like it.
you look for that one good deal and you're like, I'm going to put all my money in this basket.
Yeah.
Best time to do that, putting all your
And
eggs in
I
one
see
basket.
that makes sense actually.
Say.
Instead of putting
Yeah, just go for one big one.
and put it all in.
And it's going to a good cause.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
good stuff. I love
All right.
it.
Now this weekend, you might want to check out the 20th Annual Dumpling Valley Bluegrass Festival. And that's again going to bring 3 days of world-class original live bluegrass music from 15 regional and national acts to Kodak, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Now it's been going around for 20 years, and it's just off of I-40 at the 407 exit.
Now, Dumpling Valley, I mean, is there one on the roads you take? Do you take Douglas Dam Road, or what road do you take? I wouldn't even know.
Well, when you take exit 407 off the interstate, Dumpling Valley Road actually goes 2 different directions. And it depends on which side.
So
usually
Google Maps is what I
yes,
need right for this.
Google it and find out which you can either go to the left or to the right on Dumpling Valley Road.
Okay.
I'm thinking it would be to the right.
All right. So what, do we want to get over to check out, because Rhonda Vincent, who I saw at Dollywood at their Bluegrass Festival earlier this year, is going to perform, and they were terrific.
Right, and also Jimbo Whaley, who's well known around here, with the Greenbriers, and also the Jerry Butler Band, and Salt and Light, just a few of the performers that are going to be. Also the Appalachian Road Show.
Oh, and this is Saturday, or?
It's going to be going on all weekend long. It's Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
3 days actually, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Nice.
And that's again the Dumpling Valley Bluegrass Festival. Now, had a story that absolutely has nothing to do with the Smoky Mountains, but I thought was funny anyway.
Uh-huh.
A couple in Pennsylvania, it's Pennsylvania man, well, Pennsylvania couple, is facing theft charges and more than $100,000 in overdraft fees after allegedly using money that was accidentally deposited into the bank account.
Okay.
Hey, I won the lottery.
Oh.
Investigators say Robert and Tiffany Williams had $120,000 deposited into their account at BB&T on May 31st through a mistake by a teller. Now, instead of contacting the bank and saying, hey, something's wrong here, the couple allegedly spent the next 2.5 weeks using most of the money.
Holy cow.
I thought they'd get away with it, huh?
They thought they could. Neighbors were stunned. Kind of shocking, one of the neighbors said. With all the procedures the banks have set up, checking and double checking and triple checking, there's no way anybody gets away with that stuff. Well, state police say the couple bought an SUV, 2 four-wheelers,
And new teeth. No? What?
a camper, and a car trailer.
Of course they did.
A police report.
All getaway vehicles. Notice that's what they purchased. Nothing but a fleet of getaway cars. Okay.
Police report said they used the money on bills, car repairs, cash purchases, and even gave $15,000 to friends that needed money. Well, that was nice of them anyway. I would check in with the bank before I did something like that, said one of the other neighbors. I'm not that dumb, but some people do stupid things sometimes.
And now they've got to GoFundMe to try to get all that money back.
Oh, it's
Yes.
terrible.
Oh, man.
It's terrible.
All right.
I've had banks mess my account up before.
Yeah?
You know, missing $3 or something.
Oh, that's...
Never 120,000.
Hey, when you're the teller, and I worked as a teller when I was a kid. It's, I mean, yeah, you stress over that kind
I
of. You
couldn't
should
imagine.
stress over that kind of stuff. But then again, there was another teller in the same branch. They don't care. We didn't care. So you know, some of them are fastidious
Boy.
like me. You know, I wanted to have that perfect settlement record. I was like,
Well, when you deposit $120,000 into
the
an
wrong
account,
it would still
would
balance.
you not say to yourself,
Yeah.
I want to make sure this goes into my account? I would.
Oh yeah,
I
if
just-
the person who missing the 120, that's probably they would have probably raised a ruckus.
Well,
That's
yeah,
probably
like
how
when
the
you
whole thing got
deposit.
figured out.
Probably.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
One number off.
Well, you know what? At my bank, they don't use deposit slips anymore. I just tell them the number, and
So I do.
and they put the money into my account. So that's how the mistake could happen, right
crazy.
there.
Yeah.
You know, if they used in the old days, we used to have deposit slips.
Right.
They said, nope, we're going paperless.
I still use
Take a
deposit
picture of it
slips.
with your iPhone. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, that's one thing I do is actually walk into the bank. That's one thing
That's where I'm
I
going.
love
They
for
tell me-
technology.
I
But
go into the bank and they say, where are the deposit slips that used to be on the counter? And they say, well, we got rid of them. Tough.
I think mine still has them,
Well, all right, then I'll
but
go to a cheap bank.
but not everybody.
Would make total sense.
But
All right,
anyway.
speaking of saving money and being cheap, use your actual funds. Do not use stolen funds
Yes.
when you contact us, because we will not refund your money when you call 865-978-1152. If you're buying tickets with stolen funds, that's on you. 865-978-1152 will save you money with our Mountain Fun Life Best Deals. We'll be back with more on Morning in the Mountains coming right up on the Mountain Fun Life channel. And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's Best Deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies. This is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Hi, Frank Murphy here with Jim Johnson. And if there's a stadium behind us, we must be talking about sports. You just did, what was that, first down? It's
football.
Oh, all right.
Football
Out of the
throw.
corner of my eye, I thought you were doing some kind of, referee symbol.
Yeah, no, I just love throwing footballs.
All right. That's also a little tomahawk chop, I think.
Yeah, I was a good football thrower in the back of the day, quarterbacking. That was
Yeah.
my favorite to play quarterback, because I could whoop a ball like nobody's business.
Wow. All right.
It's good. I don't know how far I threw it, but it always seemed like I threw it really, really far.
Yeah, you have the looks of a quarterback. I don't know why that is.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. I could thread the eye of a needle real easy with the football.
I'm just saying that if you took two guys who played football and one of them looked like you and the other one didn't, I'd say that's the quarterback and that's the offensive lineman.
That's funny. That's funny. Well, it's the the
And
fight
me,
is
they'd
on.
say, "Oh, there's the announcer in the stands. There's the guy, the guy with the
Frank.
student radio station." All right. Anyway, go ahead. It's Thursday.
It's Thursday night. It's Thursday night rivalry.
Yes.
Right here in Tennessee, high school football is alive and well in the Smoky Mountains.
This is cool because the game gets to be on TV. Each of the
Yes.
different programs around the East Tennessee area are highlighted, mostly Knoxville area, of course, because the TV station that runs it is a Knoxville station. But tonight, it's Halls, who've been having a great season.
Oh, they're
At-
going
I think they're the Red Devils.
to Red
I think.
Devils. They are. They
And-
are the Red
and
Devils.
then
Hall's Red Devils.
They're taking on the Hornets of Carter.
Hornets.
They're green, and their color is green, like Green Hornets.
We talked about that when you're picking out a football team name. You've got to be, vicious or
Oh, yeah.
scary.
And Red Devils are scary.
Red Devils.
I mean, unless
yeah.
you're just paint. There used to be a brand of paint called Red Devil.
Yeah.
That's not scary.
All you say is you could say the name of a hornet doesn't sound too scary, but every time I've seen somebody try to get away from a hornet,
Yeah.
it's pretty scary.
No, Hornets they're an attack animal.
I don't like hornets.
They're a predator, not prey. That's the whole really thing. It doesn't matter how big the predator is, but
They
they've
like
got to
to-
be an attack beast.
They come at you with that stinger right at you, and
Yeah.
so
So maybe Halls will get stung, but
they might get stung.
we'll find out at the game
Hornet
tonight.
sticking to a red devil, or it could be the red devil swatting a hornet. One or the other. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen tonight.
So that's the only high school game in our area tonight. There's a bunch over in Memphis, but
Yeah.
tonight, and then tomorrow, a full slate of
Oh.
high school football.
It's on all over the place tomorrow night. Of course, you can find all the greatest information on Coach T.
I wish
.com.
I wish I knew who Coach T was, because I would like
We need
to
to find out.
thank him or her personally.
Man, the amount of effort and work that has to go into him putting this website
Or her.
is pretty. Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
it could be Coach
Him or
Teresa.
her.
We don't know.
Never know. That's
Yeah.
true. It's not a statement, not a sexual
No, a
statement.
T stands for Tennessee.
See, that's
in
right.
that
And
case.
it's probably true. Probably true.
Yeah.
I bet you anything there are some girls because it can't be one person putting this together. It has to be
Oh, it's a whole team.
a plethora of people
Yeah,
to
yeah,
come up
yeah.
with CoachT.com. Because we're so thankful that he has all this information because you can find out anything you want to know about local football, and not just local, but
Every high school sport.
every high school sport
So
in Tennessee.
talking all the boys sports and girls sports.
Yes,
on,
soccer, softball, baseball,
volleyball.
volleyball, you
Yeah.
name it. There's
I've
a
been
ball
to- I've been
involved.
to
Coach
a-
T knows what it's all about.
I've been to a high school volleyball game, a girls' high school volleyball game, and it was one of the team that was competing for the championship that year, and they were vicious. They were
They
fierce.
are.
Fierce, I guess, is the word
They
you'd
are,
say, right?
They are. They're
Yeah.
vicious.
Yeah. Good players.
Every time I think volleyball, I'm always thinking about that scene in Top Gun, where the guy. Because every time you go, as a guy,
Yeah.
every time you go to the volleyball court,
You
you
wanna
always
be-
feel like you're Tom Cruise, Maverick, and
Now,
Bruce.
I thought volleyball players were really tall. Like the girl I knew who played volleyball, unusually tall. She could have played basketball,
Yeah.
but they recruited her for volleyball because she was just tall enough to spike over the net.
Jump, reach,
So,
bam.
Tom Cruise, not known for being especially gigantic.
height.
Not what he's
He's
famous
more
for.
height challenged.
He's famous for a lot of things,
Yeah.
not for being super tall.
I don't know exactly how tall.
Did
Tom
they use
Cruise
special
is, but I
effects?
think
Did
it
they?
was- Tom seems to be a pretty athletic guy. I
I'm
wouldn't
saying,
doubt
was he
that
standing on an apple crate when they filmed the volleyball scene in Top Gun?
They may have lowered
The net?
a little. I don't know, and I'm not saying they did, but Tom seems to be a pretty athletic guy. I mean, for a guy that's in his 50s now, playing
yeah.
the parts that he's playing,
I'm just saying that there's nothing wrong with Tom Cruise other than that this scene that you mentioned, the iconic Tom Cruise scene, is a sport that is best played by tall people.
it's true. It's true. You usually
Or does it matter when you're in the back row? I guess it doesn't matter.
you're usually in upper
Yeah.
6 foot range,
that's-
6'3", 6'4".
Now, Tom Cruise playing water polo, no one's going to know.
No
No one's
one's
going to
gonna
care
know.
how tall he is.
Yeah,
It doesn't
that's
make any
true.
difference at all because all you're going to see is his head.
Well, we're going to come to find out because the new Top Gun movie is coming out, and I bet you anything there's got to be a volleyball scene.
Or a water polo scene.
It could. Wouldn't that be something?
That's one of the toughest sports in the world is water polo.
How you?
That's
It's
what I'm
kind of
talking
like that
about.
water ballet. I don't know how they do that either.
Yeah, and the
I
other
think
guys are
it's
trying
amazing.
to dunk you under.
Yeah,
It's
it
water
seems
polo is one of the most difficult sports in the world.
Boy, we got way off track, but it's all been about sports. That's true.
That's right.
Water polo, volleyball. I don't know what's next.
Oh,
Curling.
underwater
It's coming.
curling. Underwater
curling.
All right.
But
Well, we're getting ready. Next year we got all the Olympics to talk about in 2020, so we're warming up.
that's right. We're getting ready. Olympics.
All right. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Thanks for sticking with us through this super informative sports segment. We discussed Tom Cruise's relative height to a volleyball net. And we'll be back with more coming right up. Thanks for watching another episode of Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Frank Murphy here with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. Exciting to spend time with you each and every weekday at 9 a.m. You can find us on Roku, Facebook, YouTube. I've been checking out the Roku a lot and watching some of the older episodes because you can go back and see the archives.
That's always a good thing to do.
Yeah. The one I keep watching, though, is the one that my grandsons came and joined us during the sports segment.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
That was a blast. They had such a good time.
And they keep watching. I mean, on FaceTime, we had it hooked up to, and they're watching through FaceTime, us watching it on my son's Roku TV. So they're in Virginia, he's in Michigan, and I'm in Tennessee, and we're all watching his Roku. So
Make sure you share that on your Facebook page again.
That's
Say
fine.
reruns of my
Absolutely.
grandkids in the studio.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know,
All
I
right.
just-
Like, I've been asking you to do it, so I'll do it myself too. Like, comment, share, etc. All right, we'll be back tomorrow with another episode. Thank you for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.